I did not want to make this video today. I did not want to sit down and record and talk to camera through like a 3-point outline, sharing some, sort of catchy thoughts on creativity or on faith. I'm going to turn my heater off. No, this is just what the video is going to be. And this happens every once in a while where I will try to force an idea and I'll outline something, I'll outline a video, and then I just don't want to film that video. And so I don't. And sometimes I pray and I look for an idea. Sometimes it comes to me, sometimes it doesn't. So far today, this is kind of the first time where I truly have kind of drawn a blank. And that's interesting. And I always record at the same time, every Wednesday morning. That's been my routine for a little while. And so I'm like, okay, I need to record something. That's kind of what I've agreed to do for myself. Like I've just decided this is what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe you have felt this way in your creativity. I'm sure you have. I know you have. You have felt maybe either pressured to create, guilty, insecure, trying to be creative. And that's a hard place to be. That's a challenging place to be because sometimes our identity gets wrapped up in our creativity, in our art, or sometimes we just thought it would all be different, that creativity would be different. Our life would be different. So I thought I would just sit down and start recording and share my thoughts on why is it hard to show up as creatives, but why it's important that we just show up, regardless of whether we are feeling it, whether we are feeling inspired, whether we are feeling creative or not. I think it's really important that we show up. And not in the way that the world asks us to, often, especially in kind of our work, corporate culture. There is this expectation that we show up no matter what. Hey, work your 40-hour week, show up, produce, be productive. And there's this standard, I guess, of the required work. For creatives, though, we see the world different. We see things differently. We do not see things necessarily in a rigid type of structure. So there's that balance of, hey, okay, I want to be able to show up when I want to show up, but I also don't want to let myself down by not showing up just because I didn't feel like I was able to create. So there's a balance there. For me, in this YouTube channel, I have a routine and a process that I've developed for when I film, when I edit, and then when I upload. And I like that routine. Maybe I'll share that in another video. I don't know if I want to share that right now, but it helps me. The way that is set up really helps me. And then throughout the week, I'm thinking about video ideas and I'm writing video ideas down. And I'll write a video idea down and sometimes I never get to it. And then sometimes I sort of schedule it. I go, okay, my next video is this. This is the topic, and I have an outline of some kind, at least a couple notes, couple ideas. I have the video title, all that. And yeah, it's happened a handful of times where I wake up in the morning, I get ready, I'm preparing to film, setting up my camera here, and I am just like, man, I do not want to film this video that I've outlined. And there's been a couple times where I felt that way and I just kind of did it anyways, or maybe I was able to kind of use that moment to flip the video idea around and go, oh, actually, here's a different angle to approach this from that's more interesting for me in the moment. And so then I can do the video topic. And then there's been a couple times where I am like, this is not the video for today. I don't want to do this. And so I kind of receive a different idea. A new idea comes to me. I do ask the question. I basically ask God, I say, what do you want me to say? And I think that is a cool moment. And so I asked that question this morning because I was looking at the outline right before I started filming this video, and I was like, this ain't it. The video is cool. The video idea I have, like if I were to share it with you, you'd be like, why did you make that video? I just didn't feel like it. So I was like, all right, God, what do you want me to say? And I didn't receive an idea, which was annoying. It's like, really? Okay. What I did receive though, I felt like God was just saying, be yourself, be authentic. And so that's how you're watching this. I just was like, screw it, hit record and start talking. And stuff comes out. And so, yeah, maybe this video isn't helpful. But I think it is helpful for someone who, if you are experiencing your creativity right now to be more of an enemy than a friend, I understand how you feel. If you feel like people expect you, maybe you are known, like, hey, this person has this gift or this talent or this creative gift that they're really good at. And people will sometimes approach you to use, it feels like they want to use you. They don't care about you, they care about what you can do for them. I've been there before, and that's frustrating. Yeah, but I want you to know that you can use your creative gifts for you. Like they're your gifts. Use them how you want. A lot on this channel I've talked about sharing your gifts with the world. It's like, hey, you have these gifts, use them. It's like, yes, that is true. But if you are using your gifts fully for other people and not for yourself, you're missing a person that you could be reaching with your gifts, which is yourself. And I've never thought about it quite that way before. Yeah, and you may be struggling in life, just separate from all this creative stuff. Life's just hard. So is there a way that your creative gifts could be for you in this moment, that you could create in a way that helps you, that you could create something that is for you? You could ask that question like, okay, what is like my child self need? What does 5-year-old me need? What does 10-year-old me need? What do I need to create for them? That's a cool exercise to do, to try to figure out, to process those emotions. Yeah, how does your creative gifts heal you right now, in this moment, in this season of your life? What does it look like to not feel shame or guilt around your gifts and how you use them, or the expectations from others, but what does it look like to lean into just the joy of creating and being in your art? And so maybe that's a challenge for you. Maybe that is the thing that you need to say to yourself. It's like, okay, I need to create. And make an agreement, make a decision of what that looks like. When we show up for ourselves, we feel really good. I think, in my experience. And so even in the process of filming this video, like, I could have chosen, man, I don't want to record a video. I don't like the topic that I had prepared. I'm just not going to record a video. But I knew that wasn't an option. Like, that wasn't, that's the easy road. And there are times that we need to, like, if you're totally burned out, life's just crazy, things are chaos, you have other important obligations with family and relationships, like, you can't necessarily do this fun creative thing on the side. Like, sometimes in life, that's just not really an option. My hope would be that you are able to carve out enough time in your week to be able to do something that you truly enjoy. That's the idea, right? That you do have the time, you do have the ability, you're not having to work a whole lot and being so burned out with other responsibilities that you are able to contribute to your hobby and your creativity. That's the idea. So yeah, maybe it looks like showing up for yourself and saying, okay, this is the time and the place. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to show up, create for myself, and yeah, just enjoy that process. And even if it is painful, first stepping into it, right? Like hitting record today, I was like, man, what am I going to say? I'm just going to share whatever I'm thinking of right now, what's on my heart. And all this came out. I had no idea all this was going to surface, and that I was going to say all of this. So I think it's good. I think it's good when we show up for ourselves. There's a book by Julia Harold. Is that her name? Yeah, Julia Harold, The Artist's Way. You can just look up the title. It's called The Artist's Way. I feel like that book has a similar heart to the way I'm communicating right now. So if you wanted to pursue that further, if you want to heal your inner child artist, that's a lot of what the book is talking about. You can read that book. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite books that I've read this year. But yeah, I hope that this video encouraged you. This is not a typical style of video that I make, but I do make weekly videos right here, encouraging creatives, encouraging people who, maybe they feel stuck in their unique gifts and talents, but just reminding people that they have something to share, whether they share that with the world or just with themselves. But yeah, hopefully you feel encouraged to continue down the journey down this road of being a creative, being an artist, and all that. So yeah, my name is Tristan. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that it encouraged you.